श्रीराम जय जय राम।
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 सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री जानकी वल्लभो विजयते। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते। पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं। पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं। सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। We'll chant the three Mangalacharana shlokas that we have seen together. वर्णानामर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारौ वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ। भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ। याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्थमीश्वरम्। वन्दे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणं। यमाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वत्र वन्द्यते। Goswami Tulsidas ji starts the first section, the Balakanda of Sri Ramacharita with Mangalacharana shlokas. And right at the beginning he says, first I prostrate to Bhagavan Shri Ganesha and Saraswati Devi. Why? Varnanam, Arthasanghanam, Rasanam, Chandasam, Mangalanam Chakrataru. Because they are the creators of Varna, syllables, letters. Syllable joined together to form word when there is meaning. Arthasangha also. Those words which have meaning when used in a sentence will be called as Vakya, sentence. But that Vakya has to generate a particular rasa in the reader's mind. And Ganesha and Saraswati are creators of that as well, Rasanam. And also Chandasam Kartaro. And also the Chandas, the meter in which, the prosody in which I am going to compose. They are the creators of all of them, plus Mangalanam cha Kartaro. They also create the auspiciousness. So these letters forming words having meaning, those words coming together to form sentences which will generate a particular bhava, particular rasa in people's mind, and the meter also which will help in doing that. All this is for Mangala. All this is for auspiciousness. And because Ganesha and Saraswati create all this, I first prostrate to both of them. Okay. Then Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino. Then whom do I prostrate next? Devi Parvati and Bhagavan Shri Shiva. How are they? Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino. They are Shraddha and Vishwasa. Faith and belief both mean same. Only one is Strilingi Shabda Shraddha, therefore given to Bhavani, given to Parvati, and another Vishwasa is Pullinga Shabda given to Shri Shiva, Bhavani Shankara. I prostrate to both of them. Why? Because they are of the nature of faith, and without faith you can't get anything. Yabhyam vina na pashyanti siddhaha swaantastham ishwaram. Without whom, without which faith, the siddhas also, even the accomplished ones, will not be able to see God in their own being, as their own self, unless there is faith. So I prostrate to both of them. We saw how many places there is similarity. Kalidasa also starts with same, Vagartha viva sampraktau, Vagartha pratipatte, Jagataf pitarau vande, Parvati Parameshwar. Bhagavan Shri Shankaracharya also starts like that only. Shiva Shaktya yukto yadi prabhavati, Shaktaf prabhavitum, isn't it? Saundarya Lahari starts with that Shiva and Shakti, showing that if you think there is a difference, but actually there is no difference. Kahiyata bhinna na bhinna. Tulsidas will say later on also. So prostrating to them. Then he says, I prostrate to Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum. I prostrate to Sadguru who is always filled with knowledge. Bodhamayam Nityam. Who is Shankara Rupinam. Who is Sakshat Shivji. And very beautifully he says, Yam Ashritaha Vakraha Api Chandraha Sarvatra Vandyate. Just as how on the head of Bhagavan Shivji there is a crescent moon, though not complete, though not full, but still that crooked, that crescent moon is also worshipped because he is associated with Shivji. In the same way, my Guru is such that in his company, in his Sangha, association, even person like me who is a crooked, and Chandra, you see, Chandra represents mind. My mind is not perfect, but because it is associated with the Guru, it is vandyate, it is worshipped, it is respected. So I prostrate to my Sadguru who is none other than Bhagavan Shivji. Now, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Shri Saraswate Namaha, Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, over. Now very interesting. Let us see, whom is he prostrating? Sita Rama Gunagrama,
Sita Rama Gunagrama,
Punyaranya Viharinau,
Punyaranya Viharinau,
Vande Vishuddha Vijnanau,
Vande Vishuddha Vijnanau,
Kavishwara Kapishwarau.
Kavishwara Kapishwarau.
Together. Sita Rama Gunagrama, Punyaranya Viharinau, Vande Vishuddha Vijnanau, Kavishwara Kapishwarau. He says next Vande. Next prostrations is unto whom? Kavishwara Kapishwarau Aham Vande. I am prostrating to Kavishwara and Kapishwara. Kavinam Ishwaraha. God of all poets, the best among all poets. Who is that? It is Valmiki ji, Adi Kavi. Isn't it? So Valmiki ji and Kapishwara. Kapi means monkey. Kapishwara means God of monkeys, all the best among the monkeys. Who is that? That is Hanumanji. Kavishwara, Kapishwaro, Vande. It is very unique. This combination is very unique. You will not generally see somebody prostrating to Valmiki ji and Hanumanji together like this. But he has got reasons. He has got reasons why he is doing that. Why? He says, so see you now, Kavishwara, Kapishwara. Two people are there, therefore Dvivachana he has used. Aham, Kavishwara, Kapishwara, Vande. Now, adjectives to that. Vishuddha Vijnano. Both of them are how? They are embodiments of pure knowledge. Vishuddha Vijnana. Now, if you see the Charitra of Valmiki ji also, so much of knowledge, he has written so many texts. That poetry has to come, and then so much of knowledge is there about Dharma, about Brahma, about everything. And Hanumanji also is an embodiment of knowledge. We will see later on also in Kishkinda Kanda and Sundar Kanda. Just don't go by his outer appearance, that he is a monkey. Sometimes because his power, generally is shown in such a, strong way that people forget he was a great Pandita. It is said, and Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra himself will glorify Hanumanji, where he says that this is a person of wisdom and his command over language is tremendous. Ramchandra ji says to Lakshmana, when he first time meets Hanumanji, he doesn't even know who is he. Just by listening to it, he says that, it is said that Hanumanji knew all 9 kinds of Vyakarana. Grammar is 9 types. Aindram, Chandram, Shaktayanam, etc. 9 types are there. One of it is Paniniya grammar, which little bit we are seeing. There are so much more, and he knew all of that. Hanumanji has written granthas, he has written commentary on Bhagavad Gita, Paishacha Bhashya. Is there? Because he was listening, directly listening from Sri Krishna when Sri Krishna was telling to Arjuna. He was there on the flag. So he has written a commentary also in Sanskrit. So Hanumanji is no some simple common person. It's a great wise person. Vishuddha Vijnano. Both Kavishwara and Kapishwara, both Valmiki ji and Hanumanji, both are Vishuddha Vijnano. But that is not the reason why I am prostrating. Tulsidas ji says, I am prostrating because Sita Rama Gunagrama Punya Aranya Viharino. Because they do vihara. Vihara means roaming, not roaming, mobile roaming. They roam. They roam about where? Punya Aranya. Very pure, meritorious forest. Meritorious forest of what? Of whom? Sita Rama Gunagrama. Grama means collection. Gunagrama is collection of all virtues of Sita and Rama. So imagine if all the virtues of Devi Sita and Bhagavan Sri Rama are put together, if that is like forest, just as forest is the collection of trees. Now these are the two who always roam about in that forest. Now you see, Valmiki ji is a rishi, is a muni, who always stayed in forest. Isn't it? That is where Sri Rama also met him. That is where Sita ji was also, staying when she gave birth to Lavakusha. And Hanumanji is a monkey. Where will monkey stay? In the forest. That's why he brings that similarity and says munis and monkeys, they have this similarity. Now what is so special about this best among the munis and best among the monkeys? That they are not just staying in some forest, they are roaming in the forest of the virtues of Sita Rama. That is the speciality. Sita-Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharino. Also you see interesting, he has put both Valmiki ji and Hanuman ji as Jnani and Bhakta. See, he has called them Vishuddha Vijnano. Jnani is there. Both are Jnanis. But yet, Sita-Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharino, they are Bhaktas also. And therefore I am prostrating to both of them. See? That is the speciality. And say how he has used the word also, Kavi, Kapi. They are very close words. Kavihi means poet. Kapihi means monkey. So Kavishwaro, Kapishwaro. He has put the words also together. See, word Kapi also is very interesting. Kapi. Kam pibati. Ka word letter is used for Ananda. Brahmanandam pibati. That is the meaning of Kapi. Actual meaning of the word. Right? And therefore, I am prostrating to Valmiki ji and Hanuman ji. Also, we will see later on, he is prostrating to Valmiki ji because of Valmiki ji only we have got Ramakatha. Right? And that Ramakatha is spreading because of Hanuman ji. Because he is the one who is keeping that flag alive and going and telling everywhere. Therefore, he is prostrating to both of them. In Ramaraksha Stotram, very famous stotra, one shloka is there. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruyha Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Buddha Kaushika Rishi says that I salute Valmiki Kokila. Valmiki ji, who is like a cuckoo bird, who is sitting on a branch of a tree and continuously singing. What is he singing? Kujantam Rama Rama iti. Kujantam Rama Rama iti. Madhuram Madhuraksharam. This word, this Rama word itself is Madhurakshara. Such a beautiful word. And he is singing it very beautifully. Madhuram. Madhuram Madhuraksharam. Aruhya Kavita Shakam. And what is the branch? The branch is of the poetry. He is not just singing Bhagavan's name just like Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Not like that. He is singing it in the form of poetry. Aruhya Kavita Shakham. Vande Valmiki Kokilam. To that Valmiki ji I prostrate. Says, isn't it? And Hanuman ji to we have seen Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam. Tatra Tatra Kritamastakhanjalim. Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam. Earlier we have seen this shloka so many times. Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. So we know one day Sita-Rama Gunagrama Punyaranya Viharino. We know that both of them love to roam in this forest of virtues of Sita and Rama. To both of them I prostrate. Okay, very good, Tulsidaji. Very good. Congratulations. You have offered your salutations to Sri Ganesha, then to Devi Saraswati, then to your mother, father, to your Parvati and Shankara, then to your Guru, now to Valmiki ji and Hanuman ji also. Okay. What about your central character? The main theme of the text is Rama Charitamanas and you have not offered prostrations? He says, now I will do that. First comes Sita ji, then comes Sri Rama. Always you will see, okay, all feminists please listen. Always wife's name is taken first. You always say, Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai, Radhavara Krishna Chandra ki jai, Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Here also he said, Bhavani Shankaro Vande. He did not say Shankara Bhavani Vande. He didn't say like that. Bhavani Shankaro. Now while prostrating also, he first prostrates to Sita ji, then to Sri Ram. Let us see. Udbhavasthiti samharakarinīm
Udbhavasthiti samharakarinīm
Kleshaharinīm
Kleshaharinīm
Sarvashreyaskarim Sitam
सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां
नतोऽहं रामवल्लभाम्
नतोऽहं रामवल्लभां
टुगेदर उद्भवस्थितिसंहारकारिणीं क्लेशहारिणीं सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां नतोऽहं रामवल्लभाम्. It won't be nice if we break it in between. उद्भवस्थितिसंहारकारिणीं उद्भवस्थितिसंहारकारिणीं क्लेशहारिणीं सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां नतः अहम्. I salute Sita ji. Aham Sitam natah asmi. I stand saluting to Sita ji. Why? Who is Sita ji? Udbhava sthiti samhara karineem. The cause of creation, sustenance and dissolution. Udbhava, creation. Sthiti, sustenance. Samhara, dissolution. Karineem, one who does. Ishwari, she is. Isn't it? Maya Swarupini also. Udbhava sthiti samhara karini. One who does, the one who is the doer of creation, sustenance and dissolution of the entire world. But at the same time, klesha harini. One who, harini, one who is the remover of klesha, suffering. If you remember earlier also we had seen sorrow and suffering. Sorrow is the result of papa, which will be the situation that I am in. But in that situation of sorrow, whether I suffer or not depends on me. Now sorrow cannot be removed. God can remove it, but he may not. Devi can remove, but she may not. But what she will remove is klesha, suffering she will remove. Klesha harini. She is the remover of all sorrows and sufferings. Sufferings mainly. Sarva Shreyas Kareem. And Kareem, again she does. What does she do? She is the Sarva Shreyas. All auspiciousness, goodness she gives. Sarva Shreyas Kareem. Sitam Aham Natah Asmi. I prostrate to that Sita who is Rama Vallabham. She is Rama Vallabha. Vallabha, Vallabha or Vallabha both mean beloved, most loved. Vallabha or Vallabha. Masculine and feminine words. Vallabha or Vallabha. Both mean what? Beloved. So Rama Vallabha means the most beloved of Sri Rama. Sitam Aham Natah Asmi. Okay, very good. Tell me something more. Yeah. Udbhava Sthiti Samhara Karinim indicates the Ishwaratva of Sita ji. She is Ishwara Swarupini. But at the same time, she is Bhagavati Mahalakshmi also. That is indicated by Klesha Harinim and Sarvashreyas Karim. She is that compassionate Devi who takes form as Mahalakshmi. And that same Mahalakshmi has taken avatar, incarnation, Rama Vallabham. See? So Ishwara Swarupa also is there, Bhagavati Swarupa also is there, and Avatara Swarupini also. That is how Devi is. Very good, very good. One more point is there. What? Klesha Harinim Sarva Shreyas Karim. These two things are written to indicate moksha. Moksha in Vedanta Shastra is defined as Atyantika Dukkha Nivrittihi Paramananda Praptisya Moksha. Have you heard this definition before? Yes. Atyantika Dukkha Nivrittihi, total annihilation of all sorrows. And Paramananda Praptihi, and attainment of supreme bliss. is called as moksha. So moksha technically has two aspects. What is that? One is the destruction of negativity or sorrow, and another is attainment of positive bliss. Tulsidas ji uses two words here, you see, klesha harinim sarvashreyaskarim. She is moksha swarupini and also moksha pradatri, and therefore two aspects are there. Klesha harinim, she destroys all the suffering. Sarvashreyaskarim, and she gives all the goodness, auspiciousness. Sarvashreyas actually means moksha only. We'll see in Kathopanishad also, Yamaraja will say that there are two paths. Shreyascha preyascha manusham etau tau samparitya, etc. he will tell. There are two paths. One is path of good, that is shreyas. Another is path of pleasant, that is preyas. And then there will be path of nishreyas, absolute good. Mainly two paths are there, correct? Shreyas and preyas. But shreyas, good, what is absolutely good for me, that's called as nishreyas, means moksha. The word nishreyas is synonymous for moksha. Shankaracharya also in Bhashya will use this word, nishreyasa prapti. Okay, that by which you gain the moksha. So Devi Sita is moksha swarupini and moksha pradatri. That is how Tulsidas ji salutes to her. Now, Bhagavan Sri Rama, 6th verse, let us see. Yan maya vashavarti vishwamakhilam
Yanmaya vashavarti vishwamakhilam
brahmadi deva suraha
brahmadi deva suraha
yat satvadamrushaiva bhati sakalam
yat satvadamrushaiva bhati sakalam
rajjau yatha bhramaha
rajjau yatha bhramaha
yat padaplavamekamevahi
yat padaplavamekame
bhavambodhe stitirshaavatam
bhavambodhe stitirshaavatam
vandeham tamasheshakaranaparam
vandeham tamasheshakaranaparam
ramakhyamisham harim.
ramakhyamisham harim.
Together. Yanmaya vashavarti vishwamakhilam brahmadi deva sura yat satvadamrushaiva bhati sakalam rajjau yatha bhramaha yat padaplavamekamevahi bhavambodhe stitirshaavatam vandeham tamasheshakaranaparam Ramakhyamisham Harim. Tulsidas ji comes to salute Bhagavan Sri Rama as at the end. Agreed. First he has proceeded to all others. But for him, Sri Rama is everything. So you see, he changes the meter. Makes longer meter. Why? Shorter meter is not sufficient. Aham Ramakhyam Vande. I salute that God, that Bhagavan who is named Sri Rama. In this one word Ramakhyam, he has clearly explained that Sri Rama is not a human being. Bhagavan, Sakshat Mahavishnu, has come as Sri Rama. There is no confusion. There are many people know, they still think that Sri Rama was a human being. Unnecessarily we have given him status of God. No, it is other way around. He has the status of God who has appeared as a human being. And therefore he says, Ramakhyam Isham, he is God, Isha. Rama Akhyam, he is named Sri Rama. So I am saluting that Bhagavan who is called Rama. Who is that? Yan Maya Vashavarti Vishwam Akhilam. Akhilam Vishwam, the entire universe, Vashavarti, is under control. Vasha means control. Vashavarti, under control. Yan Maya, whose Maya? The entire world is under the control of whose Maya? See, it is not said that the entire world is under the control of Maya. Yeah, that is true. But it is, the Maya is whose? That Bhagavan's. Yan Maya is Yasya Maya. In whose Maya's control the entire universe is. Okay? Including Brahmadi Deva Asuraha. What do you mean by Vishwam? All, not just, don't say Vishwam means world. World means world of inert objects. No. Living beings also. Brahma Adi Devaha Asuraha. All of them. All the Devatas starting from Brahmaji and Asuras. Everybody up to Asuras. Everybody is under the control of whose Maya? Bhagavan Sri Rama is that Ishwara. And to whom that Maya belongs, and that Maya is controlling the world. Right? But don't just think that he is Ishwara. He is Ishwara, true, but he is not just Ishwara. Then who is he? Sakshat Parabrahma. Nirguna Nirakara Parabrahma. How do you say that? Yat Sattvat. Because of whose existence, Yasya Sattva. Sattva means existence. Yasya Sattvat. Because of whose existence, Sakalam Amrusha Eva Bhati. Sakalam has to go with that Vishwam Akilam. Because of whose existence, Yat Sattvat, Sakalam Vishwam, the entire world, Amrusha Eva Bhati. Carefully listen to this. So Vedantic brilliance, this is coming. Wait. Generally we say that world is not real. Brahman is real. So the real substratum of the unreal world is Brahman. That is not what is said here. Here he says that the world which is unreal, Amrisha eva bhati, appears to be real. Mrisha means not true. Amrisha means true, real. The world which is not real appears to be real. Amrisha eva bhati. By whose existence? By that Brahman's existence. That Brahman's existence makes even the unreal world appear real. The world has not become real. World is still unreal. But world appears to be real. And that is why it is so difficult to understand Vedanta. You come here thinking that Vedanta Sadhak course, I will listen to nice things. Correct only. But then when you start going deeper and you say this world is not real, mithya only. Satchetna badhyeta, asatchetna pratiyeta. You start to apply all that logic. If it is real, then it can never vanish. If it is non-existent, then it can never appear. It is neither existent nor non-existent. Then what? It is unreal. Then you will go further and you will say the world is not there. But I experience. By whose existence even the unreal world appears to be real. That the power of existence he is showing. Power of existence of Brahman, which is Sri Rama. He says his existence is so powerful that even unreal starts to feel like it is real. We all feel that our birth is real, our body is real, our relatives are real, our objects that I am using are real, birthdays are real. What nonsense. Everything is nonsense, but we think everything is real. By whose existence? That. See, to give you example, suppose some wealthy person is there. Okay. Very wealthy. Well reputed, well known for his wealth. His wife, even if she wears Bantex necklace, Bantex, you understand? False gold. Even if she wears not real gold but false gold's necklace, everybody will think it is real. Why? That reality is not because of the necklace but because of the one who is wearing it. The person is so wealthy that you can't believe that she is not wearing the original, actual gold. Whereas suppose the person is poor, even if wears original gold, they will think that nay. It is just dipped in gold water. Why? Because of the person who is wearing. Now he brings that same concept and he says, Brahman's existence is so powerful that even the world which is not there appears to be so real that we need to write so many scriptures to prove that it is not real. Ashcharyavat. Isn't it? What a wonder. What is real, to prove that it is real, we have to write so many things. What is not real, to prove that it is not real, so many things. Why so many things? Because the reality of Brahman is so strong that world also appears to be real. Like what? Famous example. Rajjau yatha ahehe brahmaha. Yatha, just as Rajjau, in the rope, ahehe brahmaha, delusion of snake. I told you Tulsidas ji is pakka Vedantin. See here, Rajjau yatha ahehe brahmaha. Just as the delusion of snake is so real that a person who is deluded can't even believe that it can be anything else. The rope, when it appears to be snake, the snake which is not real appears to be real because of the existence of the rope. In the same way, world which is not real appears to be real because of the existence of that Brahman. Because of whose existence this appears. To that Sri Rama I prostrate. That's how he is going to connect. 2 times yat has come. Can you see that? Yan maya vashavarti vishwamakilam. Yat sattvadam rashaiva bhati sakalam. One more time he will say. Yat padaplavam ekameva bhavambhodehe titirshaavatam. Titirshaavatam is for those people who are desirous of crossing. Titirsha, desire of crossing over. Crossing over what? Bhava ambodhehe titirshaavatam. Those who are desirous of crossing over the ocean of samsara. Bhava ambodhi. Bhava means samsara. Ambhas means water. Ambodhi, lot of water, that is ocean. Bhavambodhehe titirshaavatam, for those people who are desirous of crossing over the ocean of samsara. Ekameva plavam. There is only one boat. What is that? Yat padam, whose feet are the only boat for those who are desirous of crossing over the ocean of transmigration. Yat pada plavam. Plavam means boat. Yat pada plavam, whose feet are the only ekameva plavam, only boat. Bhavambodhehe titirshaavatam, for those who are desirous of crossing over the ocean of transmigration, samsara. Tam, you see, tam has come. Yat 3 times has come. Now he says tam, to him. Ashesha karana param. Ashesha, without leaving anything. Karana param, supreme most cause of ashesha, of everything. Ashesha, everything, without leaving any. Shesha means shesha is remainder. Ashesha means not keeping anything remaining. Ashesha karana, cause of everything. What kind of cause? Param karana, the absolute cause of everything. To him, Ramakhyam Isham Harim. aham vande. To that God, Hari, who is Sakshat Vishnu Bhagavan, I offer my salutations. Aham vande. Okay, so now you see, by saying Yat Satvad Amrushaiva Bhati Sakalam Rajjau Yatha Brahma, second pada of the verse, he has explained Bhagavan Sri Rama as Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara Brahman. The first pada explains him as Ishvara. Isn't it? Yan Maya Vashavarti Vishwamakilam Brahmadi Devasuraha. In whose Maya's control is this entire universe, including the beings. So he is Ishvara also. Then by saying that Yat Padaplavamekameva hi Bhavam Bodhe Titirshavatam Isham Harim. All these words are indicating him as Bhagavan, Hari, Bhagavan Vishnu, which is the only boat, whose feet are the only boat for the devotees who want to cross over the ocean of samsara. And then he says Ramakyam. Ramakyam is Avatara. So Nirguna Nirakara Brahman, Saguna Nirakara Ishvara, Saguna Sakara Bhagavan Vishnu, and Avatara as Sri Rama. All of them are in the same Vibhakti because there is Samanadikaranya. We are not talking about four people that I prostrate to Brahman also and Ishvara also and Bhagavan Vishnu also and Sri Rama also. No. I am prostrating to that who himself is all four. To him I offer my salutations. Okay? But he also says, Ramakhyamisham Harim Aham Vande. The word Hari means one who removes. Isn't it? One who removes. What? Harati iti Harihi. One who takes away. What does it take away? It takes away our sorrows and sufferings. And the word Rama means joy. Rama word comes from root Ram. Ram means to revel. So the word Rama itself means one who gives joy. One who is of the nature of bliss. So if you carefully see, Tulsidas ji has again brought that topic which he explained about Sita ji as Klesha Harinim and Sarvashreyaskarim. Here he brought it as Hari and Rama. Isn't it? Klesha Harini and Hari has got same meaning. And Sarvashreyaskari and Rama has got same meaning. Giver of joy. Giver of goodness. To that Sri Rama, I offer my salutations. Now comes the last verse in Sanskrit of this Mangalacharana. Let us read. Nana Purana Nigamagama Sammatam Yat
Nana Purana Nigamagama Sammatam Yad
Ramayane Nigaditam Kvachidanyatopi
Ramayane Nigaditam Kvachidanyatopi
Svantas Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha
Svantas Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha
Bhasha Nibandhamati Manjulamatanoti.
Bhasha Nibandhamati Manjulamatanoti.
Together. Nana Purana Nigamagama Sammatam Yat Ramayane Nigaditam Kvachidanyatopi Svantas Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandham Atimanjulamatanoti. Again, we should not be breaking Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandham, one word. What he says? Now, after offering salutations to everyone, Ganesha, Saraswati, Parvati, Shivji, Guru, Valmiki ji, Hanuman ji, Sita ji, Sri Ramachandra, after offering salutations to all, now he tells the Anubandha Chatushtaya, he tells the purpose, he tells about the text. He says, Yat Nana Purana Nigama Agama Sammatam. Sammatam, that which has same opinion. that which coincides with the opinion. Sammatam, that which does not contradict. Does not contradict whom? Nana Purana, different Puranas, Nigama, Vedas, Agama, Tantra Shastra, Sammatam. What I am going to write is in line with all the other scriptures. I am not going to write something which will go against them. I am not saying that, oh people come here, I am going to show you new path. No, I am not. Nana Purana Nigama Agama Sammatam Yat. Ramayane Nigaditam, and I am going to tell you that which is mentioned in Ramayana, in Valmiki Ramayana. When he says Ramayane Nigaditam, which is told in Ramayana, which Ramayana is talking about? Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. Ramayane Nigaditam, but Kvachit Anyataha api. But few things I am going to tell you Anyataha, from elsewhere also. We will see some of the stories that Tulsidas ji is bringing out in Ramacharita are not there in Valmiki Ramayana. Where is he getting it from? From other Ramayanas. We already saw there are other Ramayanas. Valmiki ji himself has written so many, Vedavyas ji has written, and so many people before Tulsidas ji has written. He says, mainly I am going to follow what is given in Valmiki Ramayana, but I am also going to bring about few things which are not there in Kvachid Anyataha, from somewhere else also I am bringing the stories. Okay, that is how I am going to compose this text. For what? Swanta Sukhaya. Very clear. Not to become bestseller, number one publisher, nothing. Swanta Sukhaya, for one's own joy, to revel in one's own self. Swanta Sukhaya. Tulasi, this Tulasidasa, Raghunatha Gatha Bhasha Nibandham. Raghunatha Gatha. Raghunatha is Sri Rama. Gatha is his story. Charitra. Raghunatha Gatha, the story of Sri Rama. Bhasha Nibandham. I am making it into Bhasha. I am making it into Bhasha means I am making it into vernacular language, not in Sanskrit. Bhasha Nibandham. I am going to write it in a local language called Awadhi. I am going to construct that same story. Which story? That story which is agreed upon and which has got sammati of all the scriptures, which is taken from Valmiki Ramayana and occasionally from other Ramayanas. That same story I am going to write in Awadhi. Bhasha Nibandham Ati Manjulam, which is extremely sweet. This Ati Manjulam can go for Rama Katha, Raghunatha Gatha also, and Bhasha Nibandha also. Awadhi language also is very sweet. And Bhagavan story, of course. Ati Manjulam Atonoti, he brings forth. Okay. When in Indian tradition any text is written, the author doesn't take the credit. So the author uses two techniques to mention the name but not take the credit. Indian author will never say, this is written, this I am writing. You will never say that. So either they will say, this is being written by me. That by me is understood. Either they will take the passive voice so that they become the instrument and the story becomes the main, karma pradhana. Karta becomes secondary. Or they will call themselves in Pratham Purusha, in the third person. And they will say, Tulasi Atanoti. See, he is saying here what? Tulsidasa is bringing forth the story. Who is writing? Tulsidas ji himself is writing, but he is not taking the credit. So either they will talk about themselves as the third person saying that he is telling, or they will take Tritiya Vibhakti saying that I am the instrument. Okay. So Tulasi Atanoti. So now it is clear. He is going to tell Raghunatha Gatha. He is going to tell the great Charitra of Sri Rama. Okay, very good. But from where? Mainly from Valmiki Ramayana, occasionally from other places. Written in Awadhi. but sammatam, but in line with all the other scriptures. Why in Avadhi? Atimanjulam, because it is very sweet. Why? Why are you writing? What is the purpose? Swantas Sukhaya. Okay, everything he has explained. With this, the Mangalacharana shlokas in Sanskrit end. Now he will do the Mangalacharana in Avadhi, which will be long Mangalacharana. He is saluting everybody. He doesn't leave anybody. We will see, very interesting. He is saluting to the place also. He is saluting to all the Sajjanas also. And he says, I prostrate to Durjanas also. They are very important. He will mention. Of course, first he will start with prostrating all the Devatas and Guru and all that. Yeah, that is all there. But otherwise, he will prostrate to everybody. Ayodhya ji also, Sharayu also. Everybody he will prostrate. That we will see in the coming classes. Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti Gambhira Maruti Gambhira Maruti सियावर रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की उमापति महादेव की बोलो भाई सब संतन की श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।